our lesson 50. Remember, we're going over the WH and we're going over the PH. The W and the, what's the PH say? Right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a word sort, okay? But before we use our chips, I want to go over our words. We're going to look at the spelling patterns and we're going to look to see where our PH and our WH, where it's found at in a word, and then we'll go into using our chips and practicing spelling some words, okay? So just a quick reminder, these are the two spelling patterns that say, do it with me, w. Remember, we don't want to say w, we don't want to add that but we just want to say w, right? We know W by itself, and then we know WH. But because we're also going over the PH, I created a card for the PH, and we know that the PH says, yes, I'm going to mix some words. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you a word. Okay, so this is the word bath. I noticed that it does have a digraph, but it doesn't have the digraph that we're working on, right? So I'm going to put this one under no. Let's go on and look at the next one. Who can read this word? Yes. This is bus. Does this one have a digraph? No. So we're going to put this one under no also. Okay. So now let's take a look at this word. Who can help me out? What does this word say, Jordan?
Whim.
What is it?
Whim.
Okay, so I hear whim. I hear a sound, but I don't see an in our picture, or in our letters, right? So how I only see 3 sounds. Let's tap it out. Ready? W, I, p. Let's do this again because some of you are giving me a Let's try it again. W, I, p. Whip, right? Whip. Has anybody ever had whipped cream before? We put some on our pumpkin pie, right? Whip. Where is this one gonna go? On the WH. Is the WH found at the beginning of a word, or is this one found at the end of a word, Jordan? At the beginning. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the w. Let me move that so it doesn't fall. Over here, and this is the word whip. Good job. Okay, let's take a look at another word. How many sounds do you see in this word? Yes. 3. Can you tell me? Tap out the sounds you hear. Excellent. When. Good job. And where's this one going to go? And where's the WH at in this word? At the beginning. Good job. Because we know that WH comes where? Okay, so yes, WH comes at the beginning. Let's take a look at this word. Does this one have a digraph? No. But what's the word? Who can read this word? Raise your hand, please, if you can read this word. Yes, Joseph. Slot. Good job sounding that word out. Okay, let's take a look at, let's see, this word. Who can read this one? Yes, Jordan? Frog. Excellent job. And it has a blend, an R blend, but it doesn't have a digraph, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put this one up here because that one does not have a digraph. Let's take a look at this word. First of all, this word has 4 sounds. Is there anybody that can read this word? Tap it out. Yes. Steph. And this is a name, Stephanie. It's short for Stephanie, right? We can say Steph. So I'm going to put this one over here, and the PH is found at the end of the word. Okay, let's do another PH word. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Who can read this word for me? You know?
Graph.
Graph. How many sounds does this word have?
4.
4. Can you tap it out for me? Excellent job. And that's going to go under the PH. Okay, let's do one more. Who can help me out with this word right here? What do you think it says, Jordan?
1.
I'm sorry? Who knows this word, Leonel? Can you help me?
Phone.
Phone. Excellent job. And where's the PH in this word? in the beginning. So we know the PH can sometimes come at the beginning also. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use our chips. Remember, our orange chip is our digraph. Now we don't have a PH orange chip, so we're just gonna use our blank chip when we do a PH word, okay? Does that make sense? All right, the first word we're going to do is the word whip. Before we do whip, let's just quickly tap it out. Do it with me, please. Whip. So I hear whip. I'm going to exchange it for my spelling chip, and then I'm going to have you guys write the word whip. Excellent, excellent. Can you tell me, how did you spell whip, Addison? W-H. I. And a P, and that spells whip. Leave whip there. What would I need to do to make it say whips more than one? Leave it there. What would you have to do to make it say whips? Excellent. Go ahead and do it. Excellent. So what did you have to add? What did you add?
S.
Yes, you added an S. So what color chip did we need to add?
Blue.
Can you tell me why it's a blue chip? What is S?
A consonant.
It's a consonant. Excellent job. And now it says whips, more than one. What if I wanted to change whips, leave it there, to just the word hips? Hips. What would I have to do to make it say hips? Beautiful. Yes, great job. So I noticed that you all took this WH and removed it. What did you exchange it for? Yeah, say that louder. What did you exchange? To a consonant. So we're gonna put a consonant because what letter did you put here to make it say hips? And H is a consonant. Excellent job.
Was you just supposed to erase?
Yeah, but I wanted to put my H bigger. That's why I did that. So this is the word hips. Okay, can you do me a favor? How would I change hips to ship? Ship. Think about it. Now we might not have the spelling pattern, but we have the chip to use, don't we? We can exchange it. We put this here, and then what did you put here to make it say ships? S-H. Excellent job. So now we have the digraph S-H. Change ships to, go back to the word, just one, ship. What would we have to delete? Yes. What did we have to delete, Leonel?
The S.
The last sound, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and erase the last sound and remove my chip. Okay? Change ship back to hip. Hip. Can I ask you a question? I noticed everybody exchanged this. I saw that you did this, but I have a question. Look at the vowel. Is the vowel open or is the vowel closed? So do we say it or I? It. Whenever the vowel is closed, we say the short vowel sound. We say it. Okay, we're ready to change hip to him. Him. Nice. So do I have to change my chips?
No.
No. What do I have to change though to make it say him? Yes.
We changed the
Change the P to a and now it says him. Okay, we're ready for our last word. Change him to whim. 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 Excellent. So Jordan, in this case, I noticed you left the consonant and just put a W, but in this word, whim is a digraph, right? So we're gonna exchange that digraph for my spelling chip, and when I write whim, it's gonna look like this, whim. Let's do one more just to make sure that we're clear on the W sound, okay? Let's change whim to whiz. 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 So I noticed all of you did this. You all put a letter S. This says what is whiz. Did I say what is or whiz? So what do I need to change to make it correct? Yes, yes. Now my word says whiz. All right, put your chips back up. I'd like to give you guys a word that has the sound in it, okay? All right, we are going to spell the word Phil. Phil is the name of a person. Let's tap it first. Ready? Tap it, please. I-O. Phil. So what am I going to put here? Which color?
Orange.
Orange. So that's my I. What color?
Red.
Red. O. What color?
Blue.
Excellent. And now I'm going to write Phil. Your word says is, fizz. How do I make it say Phil? Beautiful. Great job. Okay, the only thing that I am going to correct, you guys are all right on your spelling, but because Phil is the name of a person, I noticed that you did not capitalize Phil's name. So I'm going to have you erase the P, put a capital, and then go ahead and write Phil. Okay, you guys did a great job with that. I'm going to ask you to please close your marker nice and tight, erase your boards, and then you're going to meet me, just put your, meet me over on the table. Right, so now, good job you guys with your word work. So what we're going to do really quick is we're going to review our heart words before I give you guys your new story for today, okay? What's the word, everybody?
They.
They, good job. Next word?
There.
They. Next word?
Where.
It's not where. If it was where, Lionel, if it was where, it would have a WH, okay? But this is just E-R-E, so it's were. Like, were you at the park yesterday? Were. Next word. Walk. What's the word? Walk. Next word. Talk. And then we're not going to spell it together, but we are going to look at a new word. This is the word could. What's the word? Could. Like, could you please come here? Could. So if that one was could, what would this one be?
Would.
Would. It just has the only change is the beginning sound, right? And then what would this one say? Should. Good job. All three of those are pretty easy. We're going to be reading a story today. I'm going to pass out the story to you. I'm going to ask you to quietly put your name on your paper.
And the date.
We're going to do 3 different types of reads. Today we're going to do, Miss Campos is going to read it to you. I'm going to start off by reading the story to you so that you can hear what the story sounds like. We'll do a choral read. We'll do an echo read, and then we'll do a choral read, okay? Okay, my turn. Don't worry about it. Put your fingers on the first paragraph. You guys ready? Okay, you're going to follow along. I'm reading. So it's called On a Whim. Phil and Whit went on a walk. On a whim, they went to see Steph. She could whip them up a snack. She was a whiz with a whisk. Which snack do you want to munch on? Said Steph. Whit would want a big snack, but Phil would want a small snack. Let me have a whack at this dish, said Steph. She whips up a dish to munch on. Paragraph 3. Phil and Whit got a whiff of the dish. Yum, said Whit. The pals were glad they went to see Steph on a whim. Here's what I'd like you to do. Grab your pencil and let's mark our paragraphs first. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, and paragraph 3. Good job. So we're going to go ahead and work on paragraph 1 right now. I am going to read and then you're going to echo read, okay? So please put your finger where I'm reading and then you will echo read. Phil and Whit went on a walk. Your turn. Okay, try to stay together. On a whim, they went to see Steph. Your turn.
On a whim, they went to see Steph.
She could whip them up a snack.
She could whip them up a snack.
She was a whiz with a whisk.
He was a whiz with a whisk.
Now I'm going to show you a picture of a whisk. So let me show you so you know exactly what it is that I am talking about. Look at the picture over here. So when it says that she was a whiz with the whisk, that is a whisk. You usually use it to stir and mix like a batter, to mix things like maybe if you're making pancakes and you want to mix the batter all up, that is a whisk, okay? And it says that she was a whiz with the whisk. That means that she's really good at using the whisk, okay? Paragraph 2, my turn. Which snack do you want to munch on? Said Steph. Your turn.
What
Snack do you want to munch on? Said Steph. Whit would want a big snack. Your turn. Whit would want a big snack, but Phil would want a small snack. But Phil would
want
a small snack. Let me have a whack at this dish. Your turn. Let me have a whack at this dish, said Steph.
Said Steph.
She whips up a dish to munch on. She whips up a dish to munch on. Good job. We're on paragraph 3 now. Phil and Whit get a whiff of the dish. Your turn. Phil and Whit get, oops, my mistake, it's got, sorry. Let's try it again. Phil and Whit got a whiff of the dish. I don't hear everybody. My turn. Yum. Your turn,
Yum.
said Whit.
Said Whit.
The pals were glad they went to see Steph on a whim. Your turn. The pals were glad they went to see Steph on a whim. Okay, we're going to read it all together now. We're going to choral read. Here we go. Last read. Phil and Whit went on a walk. On a whim, they went to see Steph. She could whip them
Up
a snack.
He was a
Whiz with a whisk. Which snack do you want to munch on? Said Steph. Whit would want a big snack, but Phil would
want a small snack.
let me have a whack at this dish, said Steph. She
Up a
fill